How's it going out there, YouTubers? CyberNextShark here with another new video just for you. So let's get right into this review and see what it's about. So the other day, I had the chance of watching a new sci-fi film that just was out in theaters back in March called Life. Now, Life is a new take on sci-fi types of films, and I really appreciated the new take on the film. Now, this film is so different than, say, like films like Alien or Independence Day that involve some sort of alien abduction or alien killing something. And this film just takes it a whole new level and actually gives aliens a new type of look as well. And I really appreciated that about this film. Now, this film is directed by the awesome Daniel Espinosa. Now, Daniel is known for a couple other films that have made it over here in the United States. He's done a lot of films over in Sweden, because that's where he is from. But the two other films that he's really known for over here are the 2012 film that Ryan Reynolds was also in called Safe House with Denzel Washington. He also did the film that's had Tom Hardy in it called Child 44. Now, I haven't seen Child 44, but I did see Safe House, and I really liked Safe House. And I felt that the same direction that he used in Safe House was used in the film Life, and was just as good and a greatly directed film. Now, this film has a huge, awesome cast. Not a super huge one, but a nice flow of different actors and actresses that really brought great depth to the film. It was actually from Tokyo, Japan, and his name is Hiroyuki Sanada. Now, Sanada has been in a lot of great films over the years, and he's really prominently known because he's been in a lot of great films. Such films as Rush Hour 3 with Jackie Chan. He was the main, or I would say second bad guy in the film besides Max von Sydow. He also was in an awesome Keanu Reeves film called 47 Ronin, which also was a really amazing film. Keanu Reeves was, awesome in it, and just, it was an all-around awesome, like, samurai type of, that Ming Dynasty type of era that I felt was really good. He also was in the Tom Cruise 2000 flick, The Last Samurai, as well. So he's been in a lot of great movies, and he brought really good flavor to the film, and I really enjoyed his character. It was very sophisticated, but at the same time he had like almost like an actiony superhero kind of hero quality to him that really brought flavor to the film. We also have in the film the actress Rebecca Ferguson. Now, Rebecca Ferguson hasn't really done a lot of movies over in the United States, but she did have a TV show over in Britain that she did for a little short time. But the films that she's most known for over here in the United States are the awesome Mission Impossible Rogue Nation, starring with Tom Cruise. She plays kind of the main female love interest in the film. She was also in another great movie that was made in 2016, and that's The Girl on the Train, starring the awesome Emily Blunt. That was a really good movie, too. If you haven't seen that, definitely check that one out, too. It's really good. But she was also in that film, too. Not a super big role, but it was a integral role to the plot line for the film. But she was really good in those two movies. She wasn't too bad. And so it was, interesting her character in the film. And kind of like they kept making it seem like, she was gonna kind of be like the hero at the end of the film, and that she was gonna survive, etc., etc. But the ending to this movie is just amazing. I was blown away by it. I thought it was so good. But this is just a great movie, and she did a decent job in being a part of the film. We also have in the film a giant megastar, Mr. Jake Gyllenhaal. Now, Jake Gyllenhaal you might recognize from such films as Donnie Darko from 2001. That is what really put him on the map. He was also in a great other movie called Brokeback Mountain, starring the late, great Heath Ledger, which he was nominated for an Oscar for the film, which was an interesting film. If you're not big into, that type of film. Ang Lee did a really good job with that film, and it was interesting to see, you know, how things were, and just, you know, what you can do with a love story, even if it's two men instead of a woman and a man, or a man and a woman. You know what I mean? It's a different type of film, and it's interesting. And it's a good watch for film lovers out there. So if you haven't seen it, definitely give it a try. It's worth a watch for all us movie lovers out there. We also have the awesome, the amazing Ryan Reynolds in this film. Now, Ryan Reynolds, we all know as Deadpool, who was, you know, a big, huge success. Deadpool was an amazing film. They're currently filming, you know, Deadpool 2, and he is Deadpool. You might also recognize Mr. Ryan Reynolds from some other awesome films, such as, are you going to guess? No, I'm going to tell you. And they are R.I.P.D., starring the great Jeff Bridges, which was, I thought, a great movie, and I was so upset how poorly it got recognized because it was such a great movie. Jeff Bridges was awesome in it. Kevin Bacon was awesome in it. It was just an all-around awesome film. Ryan Reynolds has also been in a lot of other great movies. He was actually in X-Men Origins Wolverine as Deadpool, in an earlier version of what Deadpool or Marvel thought, you know, Deadpool was like. But all in all, you know, everyone that was in the film did an amazing job. Now, basically, what the plot of this awesome movie is they are astronauts out in this giant space station above Earth, in space, and they end up finding some samples on Mars, and they might contain actual extraterrestrial life. So they get the samples, bring it back into the space station, and find out there is actually a microorganism living in the sand. And they basically try to revive it, bring it back, and it comes back. And so then they start to kind of, you know, try to figure out what it is, you know, what kind of creature it is, what it does, how it, you know, all that good stuff, you know, of learning a new species. And basically what ends up happening throughout the film is the creature ends up taking over and starting to kill people and get bigger and bigger. And basically the creature itself, they name it Calvin, and it almost looks like a single-celled organism, really, if you were to look at one through a telescope, or a type of scope that will show you, you know, things that we can't see with the naked eye unless we magnify it. Basically, that's what Calvin looks like. And it was such a great and awesome, different-looking alien. And it was very interesting, and I love that about the film. And like I said, the ending to this movie is amazing. But basically, that's what the plot is. It's about this alien life form, basically, taking over the space station and the people trying to stop it. Great movie. If you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. Such a great movie. Giant 10 golden movie boxes up on this film. Just all-around, very well-done film. I thought it was amazing. Probably one of the best sci-fi films I've seen in the last 10 years. Just an all-around awesome film. I hope they make a sequel, because I feel that the end of this one really could spawn a sequel. And just an all-around, it was a great film. If you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. Worth the watch. So that's it for this review, guys. As always, I thank you very much for watching. As always, please like, subscribe, share. As always, keep your eyes out for any new or older videos you might not have seen of mine yet. As always, please leave comments down below if there's anything you'd like to see reviewed, or if you have an idea for a new type of video. And as always, I'll look into it. And as always, see you in the next one.